Right, time now for a car that all of my mates have been itching to find out about.
Now, I reckon this is most probably the best-looking VW they've made over the last 10 years.
I agree. Here it comes. This is the £21,000 Scirocco, a name from VW's past that's got hidden depths. If you're a VW fan, you'll know it from the sharp-suited coupes of the 70s and 80s. But if you're a proper VW fanatic, you'll know that the name actually derives from a wind. In fact, it's a warm, moist wind blowing mostly from the southeast, bringing high temperatures and high humidity. I think it's fair to say in North Wales we're likely only to see the four-wheeled variety. Also, I'm no cultural barometer. I like stupid t-shirts with equally stupid slogans and combat trousers. But I think it's fair to say this is the coolest VW for 20 years. Pillarless doors, flat haunches, slitty windows and the type of face we're not used to seeing on VWs. It's brooding and moody. No matter where you buy your stupid t-shirts, it's obvious the Scirocco is making its point in style. I could sit on the beach all day gazing at it, but I'm just a light gust away from some of the best roads in Wales, so I'm going to use them. Underneath all the sexy metalwork, the Scirocco has a lot of Golf GTI DNA, but with one major addition that, well, kind of helps harness the wind. Now I'm talking about ACC, or Adaptive Chassis Control. Now steering feel, throttle response and the damping are all modified when you flick between comfort, normal and sport. Comfort might as well be called loose because it just makes the Scirocco feel like it's wearing shoes slightly too big for it. Best left for motorway or town work. Normal I refuse to press because who wants to be normal, and mainly because sport is where the Scirocco feels at its best. Yep, okay. The steering's better, the throttle response is much better, and the body control is almost total. Now, I've driven this car over loads of different roads now, and I've got to say that even though it's not the last word in feel when you're going quick, it really wants to look after you. It's a really good, fun car to drive at moderate speeds. I'm really enjoyed being in it. Thing is, it's noticeably better, noticeably 25% better than a Golf GTI. That's high praise. The only possible downsides come from the boringly practical bits. OK, so it's got this wicked flat-bottom steering wheel and these beautiful retro-ribbed seats, but the rest of the dash just feels not quite as striking as the outside, like it's been nicked from various bits of the VW parts bin. Also, the view through the rearview mirror is of just two headrests from those really cool back seats, and the boot is tiny compared to the stock Golf. But really, who gives a stuff? With this optional DSG gearbox, when you change it up, listen, it just pops. You're not going to get bored of that in a hurry. Its 197 brake horsepower 2-litre turbo gets it to 62 in 7.1 seconds, which all helps it to do something not many Volkswagens actually do. It makes driving a proper giggle. So my inner child couldn't resist heading back to the seaside for some more fun and games, because I've got a bit of a race planned. Against this. Bloke strapped to the industrial blender is called Michel Carnet, who just happens to be the British paramotoring champion. Michel reckons that when it comes to wind power, he's the fastest. But I actually think that the Volkswagen warm wind from the southeast that bears a little moisture can teach him a right old lesson. All we've got to do is a lap and a half of our little track here to see who's quicker. It's a battle of the winds. The Scirocco versus Mother Nature. Oh yeah, and Michel's great big fan. He may be good, but with 14.5 brake horsepower and a 0 to 62 time of whatever the wind decides, he'll struggle. Right, he's ready. Here we go, 3, 2, 1, go! Ah! See, no grip. I just can't get the power down. It's just the wheels are spinning everywhere, and then I can't switch the ESP off. bit of handbrake. Oh, come on, come on, come on! I can't get the grip, come on! Whoa, whoa! God, that was a bit close. Whoa, 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 come on, Scirocco! I can beat him, God, he's close! He's really good on the turns. Ah, change up, we'll get the grip. Too much wheel spin. Come on, we can beat him. Battle of the winds, I've never had wind like this. I think I'm going to win. I've got him, I've got him.
Right, hang on a minute, Tom. Surely Volkswagen have shot themselves in the foot. Why now would anyone rush out and buy a Golf GTI? With the Scirocco, you get a prettier car, and for an extra 90 quid, you get a higher spec car.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you with regards to the 3-door Golf GTI, but I still think there's a place for the 5-door, because if you think about it, you still get all of the image and everything, but you get a bigger back, you know, there's more space in the back, you get more doors, you get a more practical hatchback. But as far as the 3-door Golf GTI goes, I reckon it's now actually obsolete. You'd be an absolute fool to buy one.